Hey guys, Jacinta here with a film review today. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing American Assassin, which came out about 2 years ago, I think. It stars Dylan O'Brien and Michael Keaton. And yeah, I was really behind on what films I wanted to watch, and I eventually got around to watching it the other day, so I'm going to review it now. Okay, American Assassin is about Mitch Rapp, who basically he wants to avenge his girlfriend's death, who was murdered in a mass shooting by a group of terrorists who came up on a beach and just started gunning down people on a beach, and sadly his fiancée died on the beach, and basically he gets recruited by a couple of CIA agents and trained to fight and use a gun and everything. So he starts doing it illegally to get his revenge on the group that's responsible for his girlfriend's death, and then go further on and wipe out even more terrorists. And basically Michael Keaton's character, who is the CIA agent who's training Mitch, has a nemesis who he needs to wipe out, who is also posing the threat of a terrorist activity, basically building a nuclear bomb. The film, I think, was pretty good. Dylan and Michael's performances especially were outstanding in the film. I really liked it. The opening scene, which was the beach scene and the shooting scene, was very well done. Even from the angles that they shot it, when the shooting started and everything, and everyone running and screaming, it all felt very real. It was very jolting. I really appreciated how real and terrifying that scene was. But I can understand how some people might think that it's a little bit gratuitous. I think the scene may be triggering to some people because it really seems to resemble what happened on that beach in Tunisia a few years ago. And I can understand how that might be triggering to some people, especially people who have lost people in that, or people who were there. I know I wasn't, and maybe it's easy for me to sit here and say that, but I do appreciate how real it felt and how unsugar-coated it was, and how terrifying it seemed. That scene had such an emotional impact. It was so sad and really scary as well to think that happened. That has happened as well. That kind of thing. I think that scene was brilliantly done. But as I said, I can see how it can, on the other hand, be triggering. So basically, yeah, that happens, and then Dylan O'Brien's character goes to avenge Katrina, his fiancée's death. His character is very reckless, and I actually really liked his character, Mitch. Very reckless and very impulsive, and he just kind of doesn't really think things through. But he's smart enough, but he kind of just goes on the moment, on the spur of the moment, to acts on his impulses, really. But I really liked his character. He was very interesting, and he was a good, interesting protagonist. I find in a lot of films that the main character, the protagonist, is very, one-dimensional. They're kind of, I've just got to go save the day and that's going to happen. But you see with Mitch, he has flaws. He has vengeful desires. He's got dimension to him. He's very relatable, he's human, and that helps us connect to him on an emotional level as viewers, I think. It was great. Dylan O'Brien really performed that role well, and yeah, I can see him doing very well after that film. I think it was great, really. And yeah, so basically, you know, it's an action film, and he going up against the terrorists, and this isn't really much of a, it is kind of a spoiler, but not really. Like, you know, he saves the day, and, you know, everything happens, everything turns out okay in the end, really, after a few twists and turns along the way. But what I really loved about it was its ending. Basically, we see that he doesn't change in character. It's really in line with the character that we'd seen through the whole film. Basically, there was another thing on the television about it where they're basically, the CIA are suspecting some other terrorist threat, and then they're kind of like, the two who recruited Mitch kind of look at each other and they're like, "Where's Mitch?" And then they're looking at each other like, "Oh shit, I know where Mitch is." And then you see him at the end in an elevator behind the supposed terrorist, and he kind of smiles at him, and then the doors close, and that's the ending. So it's like he's planning to take him out too. It was so good the way it ended. I loved the ending so much, and I really hope they make more films in the series. I think it's based off of a book series as well, which I haven't actually read, but now that I've seen the film, I might start reading those books. I really hope they do make another one, because I really enjoyed the film, and I would definitely go to see a sequel. Yeah, so that is my review of American Assassin. Let me know what you think, and if you've seen the film, comment your thoughts in the comment your thoughts below. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye!